They're creepy April Fool's stories, the haunted prank. April Fool's Day was always a favorite for Sarah and her friends. They loved playing pranks on each other, but one year, things took a sinister turn. Sarah decided to pull a prank on her friend, Emma. She set up a fake ghost in Emma's closet, complete with a white sheet and glowing eyes. When Emma opened the closet, she screamed, but then laughed when she realized it was a joke. That night, strange things started happening in Emma's house. Doors slammed shut on their own, and eerie whispers echoed through the halls. Emma couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. As the days went by, the activity only intensified. Objects moved on their own, and Emma's dreams were plagued by terrifying visions. She became convinced that the prank had awakened something malevolent in her house. Desperate for answers, Emma sought out a medium who revealed a chilling truth. The ghost prank had disturbed the spirit of a restless soul trapped in the house. Terrified, Emma and her friends performed a ritual to lay the spirit to rest, but the memory of that April Fool's prank would haunt them forever. The deadly joke. Tom and his friends loved pulling pranks, but one April Fool's Day, their joke went horribly wrong. They decided to play a prank on their friend, Jake, by pretending to kidnap him. They blindfolded Jake and drove him out to an abandoned warehouse, where they planned to scare him before revealing it was all a joke. But when they removed Jake's blindfold, they were shocked to find him pale and trembling. He claimed that he had seen something in the darkness, something terrifying. As they laughed off Jake's fear, strange things began to happen. Shadows moved in the corners of the warehouse and eerie whispers filled the air. Panic set in as they realized they were not alone. One by one, Tom's friends began to disappear, dragged into the darkness by an unseen force. Terrified and alone, Tom stumbled through the warehouse, desperate to escape the nightmare that had unfolded. In the end, Tom was the only one to make it out alive, but the memory of that April Fool's prank would haunt him forever. He knew that some jokes were better left unplayed. The mirror game. Samantha and her friends loved exploring abandoned places. So, on April Fool's Day, they decided to visit an old, decrepit mansion rumored to be haunted. As they wandered through the dusty halls, they came across a room filled with mirrors. Samantha suggested they play a game, stare into the mirrors and see if they could catch a glimpse of the ghosts rumored to haunt the mansion. At first, it was all fun and games, but as they stared into the mirrors, they began to see strange reflections. Shadows moved behind them, and ghostly figures appeared in the glass. Panicked, Samantha and her friends tried to leave, but they found themselves trapped in the room. The mirrors seemed to stretch on forever, reflecting endless corridors of darkness. As they screamed for help, the mirrors shattered, and they were plunged into darkness. When they finally emerged from the mansion, they were pale and shaken, vowing never to play with spirits again. But as they looked back at the mansion, they couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister still lurked within its walls, waiting to claim its next victim. Conclusion. April Fool's Day may be a time for laughs and pranks, but for Sarah, Tom, and Samantha, it was a day they would never forget. Their innocent jokes unleashed forces beyond their control, leaving them to face the terrifying consequences of their actions. And as they looked back on that fateful day, they knew that some pranks were best left unplayed.